History is littered with strange artifacts. Some are admired for their beauty, some are preserved for their rarity. But others carry a darker reputation, whispered to bring misfortune, sickness, or even death. Tonight, we'll explore 5 of the most cursed objects in history. 4 of them are real, 1 is not. See if you can spot the imposter before the end. The Dybbuk box. At first glance, it looks harmless. A simple wooden wine cabinet, unremarkable in design. But the Dybbuk box carries a story steeped in Jewish folklore. According to legend, a restless spirit known as a Dybbuk, a being torn from peace, was sealed inside. Over the years, its owners reported disturbing experiences. Strange illnesses that appeared overnight, nightmares that followed them even into waking hours. One described a heavy, suffocating presence in their home. Another spoke of shadowy figures darting across the corner of their vision. And almost all mentioned an unsettling smell. The strange, unnatural mix of cat urine and jasmine flowers, seeping from the box no matter where it was placed. Today, it rests locked away, hidden from public view. But many believe its curse waits patiently, ready to be awakened the moment the cabinet is opened again. The Crying Boy painting. In the 1980s, a wave of house fires swept through Britain, and curiously, one image appeared again and again in the ashes. A mass-produced painting of a young boy with tears rolling down his face. Firefighters began to notice that in homes reduced to rubble, the Crying Boy painting was often left untouched. Its frame blackened, its surface smudged, but still eerily intact. Newspapers ran headlines. Was the painting cursed? Families who owned it whispered of bad luck long before the flames. Some swore accidents and arguments increased once it was hung on their walls. Others recalled a strange unease, as if the boy's sorrow wasn't painted, but alive. Skeptics called it coincidence. After all, it was a common print. But the fear grew so intense that many people burned or destroyed their copies, unwilling to risk becoming the next victim of the child's eternal, watching eyes. The Bassano vase. Crafted from silver in the 15th century, the Bassano vase was said to be a wedding gift. But the bride who received it never lived to enjoy it. She was found murdered, clutching the vase in her lifeless hands. From there, the object passed through families, and always the story repeated. Whoever possessed it would soon die, often within weeks. Sudden illness, violent accident, unexplained tragedy. By the 1980s, the legend had grown so dark that the police stepped in. They confiscated the vase and sealed it away, determined that no one else would meet the same fate. Its location is still unknown, hidden in storage, locked behind layers of bureaucracy and dust. But legends claim it has not been destroyed. It waits, silent and cold, biding its time until it is touched again. The Woman from Lem statue. Carved around 3500 BC, this limestone statue was unearthed in Cyprus. But those who studied it quickly gave it a chilling name. The Goddess of Death. The statue is faceless, with broad shoulders and featureless arms. An unsettling figure that seems almost incomplete. Yet its history is anything but empty. Every family that took it into their home was struck by tragedy. Entire bloodlines died out. Sudden illnesses claimed parents and children alike. Even when museums displayed the artifact, its curse seemed to follow. Curators fell ill, and institutions reported financial collapse. By the time it reached the Royal Scottish Museum, its reputation was undeniable. Staff refused to touch it directly, handling it only with gloves or poles. Eventually, it was sealed away in a vault, hidden from view. Few dare speak its name, and fewer still would risk looking upon it in person. The Mirror of Belgrave Hall. In Leicester, England, Belgrave Hall has long been tied to tales of hauntings. But among its many relics, one stands out, a mirror said to trap souls. Visitors reported seeing ghostly faces staring back at them, reflections that did not belong. Some described cold breath fogging the glass, though the air was still. Others felt their own reflections lag, as if the mirror's surface wanted to keep a part of them behind. Staff told of sudden drops in temperature, violent chills that made their teeth chatter when standing near it. For centuries, mirrors have been tied to superstition, believed to capture the soul, to open portals, to hold what we cannot see. At Belgrave Hall, that belief feels less like myth and more like warning. History may forget wars and kings, but cursed objects endure. They outlive their owners, carrying sorrow and fear from generation to generation. But remember, one of the stories tonight was pure invention. Which one do you think it was? Leave your guess in the comments below.